Okay, Australians, I just wanted to let you know that I will be doing the live streaming very soon in 2 weeks. And whoever wants to listen to my lecture on canines, I'm prepared for it. I'm prepared to give you my new contents for my lecture. So whatever you do, let me know at the end because I am very, very excited to give you new ideas and new knowledge on canine psychology, especially the ones that think it's only one way. I'm going to show you all ways. And I'm going to make sure whatever you say, you will get the knowledge completely. Unlike the pure positive knowledge that the idiots put on you and try to persuade you to give you the sugar coating as a dog parent, because I'm a dog parent myself, so I know for a fact that you have to be a good parent. Means balanced parent, means good leadership, means you got to know the good and bad and show them what's good and what's wrong. Yeah, so what's bad and what's good, what's right and what's wrong. So exactly how it is. This is not scripted, okay? So I'm going to tell you how it is. If you can't really fix up any of the behaviors from your own dogs, means you need to learn better dog parenting. And that's why I'm going to tell you how to be better parents yourself. Because I came from a background of being a bad parent to becoming a good parent at the end. Firstly, I was not educated back then. Now I am educated, so I can actually teach you better. And that's why in my lecture classes, I will make sure you understand at the end that to be a good leader, it doesn't have to be alpha all the time. It has to be balanced. But you do have to show that you are the authority figure at the end as a parent, because that's what parents do. They are the authority figures. So if you can't understand how to be an authority figure at the end, then how can you really make examples and set examples for other dogs that are your kids, So that's the thing. Even your kids, human kids, you gotta set example for them as well, yeah? To be a parent, like a mother, like I was the mother to the 3 kids, yeah? I gotta set example for them. That's why my kids love me. I'm very fair and square. That's how it is. A parent, you gotta be fair with them. You're not gonna be a narcissistic parent. Means you avoid their emotional needs or needs. You gotta fix up the needs and provide for them and be there for them 100%, like how you were with the dogs, yeah? Even Nico, he's here. He might be the play plush toy, but he is here with me. His soul is with the other family, but he's still here with me. So yeah, the A+ student is here with me. He's the one that prayed to the Lord to organize me to work with the brothers and sisters of his own kind. So I'm looking after them. So I'm going to fix up the system and the humanity of the idiots here that is screwing up the system. So I'm going to make sure that I get the message across to you. We are the mental health team, yes? But today I'm just going to be in a casual uniform so you can see me as a normal person like you guys. I'm not any different, special to any others, So I just want you to understand, okay, that at the end of the day, I just want to be humble to everyone here, down to earth, and teaching my free knowledge if I have to be. But once my university does come out, you have to commit to those 2 years of your life, like how I did, to get to where I am as a specialist DR. So that's why I am here to educate you and re-educate you with the knowledge that is actually from the mother's language. Because the rest are using human psychology on canines. And that makes me sick to my head. It makes them confused. The dogs are confused, yeah? And that's why your brothers and sisters in the animal form with dogs, yeah? They're confused. And you're killing them and extincting most of them by putting them through death penalty. Yeah, death penalty means you euthanize them through that kind of procedure. And the healthcare DRs don't even realize that they are killing the population that way. They think it's a good procedure, they will go to heaven, which are not. They're going to hell. At the moment, those ones that are getting put to sleep are actually in danger right now. And that's why I am prepared to put my life on the line. I will put my life on the line for these vulnerable kids here, which is your brothers and sisters. I will put my life on the line for them. And that's what I'm here for a reason. They can stop me all they want, the Matrix. Put my name down, kill my reputation. It doesn't matter at the end. I do not care about the likes. I do not care about the fame. I do not care about anything else except for them. And that's why I'm going to dedicating myself through the canines, because they're the most vulnerable. Unlike the felines, they're not very that vulnerable as much as the canines. You kill the system of them. You use the human psychology, especially the females are really screwing it up by using their emotion soft side to think they're humans, which they're not. Because for me, if I have to listen to an idiot like that, my brothers and sisters in the animal form are going to get confused and have mental disorders. And that's why I'm going to have to be straight up. I do not want my kids to have mental disorder at the end. That's why we give them jobs, yeah? We give them jobs, like how you guys get jobs. That's why the kids that get bullied because they have no jobs. The Gen Z right now, the ones that are getting suicidals and stuff like, yeah? Because they got no purpose in life. They get bullied. They're not really out there doing work like the rest of us, like back in the days. And that's why it's really causing a lot of depression disorders. No one's going out to do exercise, work, and that's why they're having like psychological problems with their brain. I understand that from my human perspective in my psychology studies as a human behavior studies. So since I have a background in psychology and astrology management degree, so there you go. I use that knowledge to emphasize what I can learn and teach, so I can use it to my advantage in canine psychology work. Yes, so I use counseling skills on humans. That's my knowledge that I passed from that degree to use to complete with the people. So I want people to understand at the end of the day, whatever you do not be a bad parent. Even though you made a mistake like me, I want you to be more better than what I am at the end. To learn better and not make mistakes like what I did, okay? And not humanize a dog like a human do. That's what I did back then. So I know I psychologically mind fuck their brain up and make them not really what they are. So that's why I gotta make you understand. Canines have canine psychology. Human psychology for humans have their own psychology. So that's why we don't confuse them like how we are. Yeah, dogs do feel like something like similar to us, but they are not exactly the same like us. They run through energy, through energy, emotions. So how we feel is exactly like energy to them. So they mirror your emotions. If your anxiety comes up, you will give them anxiety. So you gotta keep your status and your mental state up onto its level to be a good parent. Even the unstable parents make unstable kids, because if you're an unstable parent as a human parent and you make your kids unstable, it's because you have psychological problems on your own. You bring the problems to them, and that's what happens. And that's why I do not want to bring any of my problems to my human kids when I have future kids in my own future. And I do not really care right now, because I did have my 3-step kids back then. And I never ever put myself out there with my psychological problems around them much. You know why? Because I put them first. I'm always there for them. I'm always putting the needs out there for them. I always give them their own freedom. You know why? Because as a kid myself, I used to love freedom. So I'm giving them something to do with their brain, so they don't get really bored and depressed, so they get something to do. But at the end, there is a challenging one with kids, yeah? The same as dogs. The dominant one that wants to be a leader. So you can see the kids that wants to be the boss, Human kids are exactly the same as dog kids, They're not really complicated to understand unless you are a complicated parent yourself to make it very complicated and complex for them to understand you. That's why I keep it very simple, yeah? I make it very clear and easy. So the clear and easy sample is keep your rules, boundaries, and limits very clear for them. Show them what you want and show them what you expect them to want, and provide support if they need support. Like dogs, they need support as well, not just like us human kids do. They do need support. They need us to be there for them when we need to be there for them, to comfort them when they need their help. but don't comfort them when they have like the psychologically problem. So we got to fix them different ways. So in psychology with humans, we talk to them, yeah, but in animal form, we teach them how to be calm and collected. That's it. So they can learn how to be understanding, how to be calm in situations. So they don't get really like psychologically like really like have mental disorder, for themselves. Otherwise, you create it like just say okay, the dog example, or a human kid. You encourage them to say it's okay to be anxiety. It's okay. I said to you as a kid, if you were my kid, okay, I say there's better ways than to think like this, but I will listen to your problem as a mom, yes, and then at the end I will give you solutions so you can like learn how to develop your skills, so you can get out of that comfort situation, like same as dogs. So we learn how to build like confidence and trust again for obstacle exercise, so they can get their brain like working, functioning again instead of having anxiety problems. Yeah, so, and we teach them how to manage it as well. So dogs and kids are exactly the same. So I'm not gonna go too far on examples, yeah, because you guys have to listen to my lectures and my actual streaming online classes. So I'm gonna make sure everything is raw, nothing is fake. It will be coming out real for you. So you will see for yourself, yeah, because Nico's been good today, so I'm giving him a little pat on his head. But normally times, I don't dominate my kids like that. Yeah, you pat them on the head, that's dominant position. So you see it, you can do it like this, yeah, like that. They love it. They love to touch on the ears, especially the sensitive part. But every dog, you don't do that to them because you don't trust them. They don't trust you. If you do that to the sensitive part and they don't really trust and respect you, there you go. You're going to get bit. They're going to snap and then they're going to like, hey, who's that touching my sensitive part? Which is like the private part of their head, So yeah, exactly at the end. If you can't trust and build trust with them in a relationship, how can you build trust with them in the long term? How to make them listen to you? So yeah, so if a kid respects you in human form or dog form, they will listen to you. If they don't, they rebel on you. It means they rebel the rules. There you go. If you can't work with discipline and in love, like balance it out like a parent do, which normally a leader should do in job form, because that's what happens in real life in work, yeah? Then you're going to confuse the kid in real life and a dog kid in real life as well. And I'm not setting example, I'm just giving you common sense, okay? So if you can't really see that for yourself and you're being fooled by these females that call themselves, it's just candy for them, sugarcoat, no bad stuff, yeah? And at the end, your kid's going to turn out like a mess. And that's why you're going to have mental disorder, and you're going to have like people going to say, let's recommend killing your kid, yeah? That's it, because they're going to put them in a psych ward, which is like the place like that, or the veterinarians. You give them those kind of things, like the healthcare people, and they say, let's go kill your kid, okay? So if you let your kid get killed by that way, you are a bad parent at the end, and you should be ashamed for what you did. You put them in that position. I would not ever in my life put my kids in danger like that. I protect my kids, human or any form of animals. Even adult kids, yeah, I look after them as well. I'm like the mother to them. So that's why, like, when I'm if you put me in a psych ward or like a prison, I'm going to lecture the kids in there, make them understand what's right and what's wrong, so they can come out to be good kids, yeah? Because they're serving their time in there like a holiday camp, so I might as well like give them knowledge. So it's not an issue, The Matrix are trying to do that, especially the governments and the agencies and all those kind of places. So that's why, like, I was watching Andrew Tate, yesterday, tonight, the 3-hour video which I posted on my YouTube channel on my posting feed. If you can watch it, learn to listen to the people who have high expectation and experience through a different level of what they learn, and it's with God, So if you love God, like Lord Jesus, please, and His Father up there, and with my mother, please, I guarantee you, it's good for you to understand how to open up from the matrix. It means wake up your brain from being trapped inside the beliefs of what you think, yeah. Because if you follow everything else and you don't have your own set of terms for what you believe in your own ways, you're just going to be like the rest of the slaves. I'll tell you that. I open my eyes. I wake up. I did not want to follow the rest that brainwashes me to kill dogs this way. That's why I have to step up to be the odd one. And that's why I'm getting my ass kicked, because I rebel the rules of the idiots here. And not just that, trying to help the parents of a dog. Not because of me. I can really utilize anything with our equipment as well. I just use my energy. That's all I need. I can speak to any language of an animal because they're all run by energy, sound, and touch. And that's why you need to understand, okay? You people, which is the human beings right now, my brothers and sisters, need to understand from me as a sister telling you that you need to learn how to grow yourself better, but understanding how to be a good parent. Because parent is not being born to be gifted. You have to earn and work very hard and experience it to learn for yourself. Yeah, if you don't have parents and you can talk all you want with the kids, depending on how you describe it, but when it comes to real scenario situations, how are you going to deal with your kids? Yeah? That's why you see my kids love me, because I'm always there for them. I'm fair and balanced. If I was really cruel and I was selfish and I was like, hey, I love this one. I cherish this one the most out of all the kids. How am I going to make all the kids respect me? They're going to say, oh, okay, the two don't like me, but one like me. That's where you're going to balance it out. You understand? The mother, as me, as a mother, have to understand that very carefully and read through the emotional intelligence of the kids as well, because to see what they learn and see what they understand and to see what their expectations are like, because they speak emotionally sometimes to you because they're very vulnerable and they're very intuition with their feelings and knowing what. And I pray to the Lord Jesus for them. I bless them every night with Lord Jesus. So that's why I pray to them and they love it. Except for the father there. The father of the kids there were very, very deceitful to them. Did not want them to know God. Did not want them to know anything. Very, very dark. That's why I didn't like it. That's why I got out of that narcissistic relationship, because the one who was cheating on me. Yeah, I'm not going to go through that, but yeah, you got a narcissistic person with you and doesn't want their kids, which is your kid as well, because you see them as your kids, to know a difference. That's why when you parent the ones that are in shape form, yeah, you want them to know what's holy and what's not holy, unholy. So you know what's bad and what's good in real life, because the rest are just being fooled. Back in the days when I was a kid, yeah, I'll give you one example. My parents didn't love God. My aunt used to love God, and I always was with them. They have strict parenting rules. I love the strict parenting rules they gave me. My mother and my father were not very, very close to each other, and they were not good parents. They were very optimistic parents that gives you super freedom to the point where you can rebel and do whatever you want. That's why I became the most rebellious kid back then, before I became a leader myself, because I know the rebellious one loves to being a leader, because they like to not follow the rules. They like to be in charge of their own rules. And one of my kids, the little one, Zara, was like that. So I can see that she loves being a leader, and I hope one day that she makes an excellent manager in her own field of work. She loves being a teacher, so yeah. So maybe one day I asked them, "What's your dreams?" Because my kids, I fulfill them with their own dreams. I don't force them to do what I want. That's why kids that turn out to be good, you give them their own freedom for their own beliefs. You don't control them. You don't be a narcissistic piece of shit that think that your beliefs will fucking fix them up. Do not ever, ever be a narcissistic parent, because my mother was like one. She's not controlling, but she thinks that everything revolves with money around me. She sees me like a money bag. Okay, you're the kid, hand me the money, that's it. When I was 16, I gave her my ATM cash, yeah? My ATM card at 16 on my own will. No one asked me, I did it myself. And then guess what? She gambles it all. So there you go. And then my first car, sold it, gave it to her the money. Guess what? Gambling. That's all you need to know. Greed does not work with me through parenting. So if your parent is greedy, do not even give them a cent at all. They're very narcissistic, manipulative, and very, very bad at trying to get you back into downgrading you down the drain. Yeah, so downgrading you down the drain. Yeah, sorry, my words a bit cluster, mind screwing up today, so I can't speak too much for myself because I am lacking a bit of sleep back last night because I've been working and having a bit of an episode with my partner going through this kind of bullshit. So that's all I'm saying. But you see the post on my TikTok and you should know why I'm going through that kind of stage where I've been, yeah, with a narcissistic partner sometimes. But I'm trying to psychologize him in a different way and being empathic as well and trying to see what I can do better. Because, yeah, there's a lot of severely, like, consequences that he did, but he needs to wake up and learn. Because I see him as my career partner and a lover as well. That's why I still put up with shit. And I did have traumas as well, so I do not want people to feel the sympathy for me or feel sorry for me as a victim or even whatever I am as a survivor. But I want you to know, just be a good parent. That's all I need you to know. Be a good parent. Love your kids. Love them unconditionally. Even though if they are not your blood kids, still love them like they were your own. Treat them like they were your animals, like how you love them. Not like saying, hey, they're animals, they can't talk, yeah? You treat them like alpha-ly. No, it doesn't happen all the time. You got to be fair with them, that's the thing. I never say like, hey, you got to be the tough alpha macho, kind of like mama or a father, you know? Yeah, you can't be like a mama or daddy, papa or dada, you know, whatever it is, I don't care. You don't show them too much aggression and violence because that's really bad towards the kids. You don't want that to involve with them because at the end of the day, they will listen to you and learn as they go. So I just want to set examples at the end. As a female leader like myself, as an alpha female and a trans woman, because I'm from the Bros clan, basically, but I want you to understand, being a good mother or father takes a lot of responsibilities. You got to show them the best role model that you were when you were a kid. If you had the bad experience and you see others setting good examples, follow the right ones only. Because the ones that treat you bad, you don't want to go for that impacts again for your kids, okay? So exactly the same for animals, dogs, yeah, and cats, okay? So that's all I'm going to say to you. And I hope you come to my channel very soon for live streaming in the next 2 weeks. So I'm prepared for it, and I'm not going to be wearing this. I'm going to be wearing my uniform, which I normally wear every day. So, yes, I hope you subscribe to the channel and love and give it likes and comments and give it what your opinion of what this video is about. So, thank you.